Man, very intense conditions all across the country right now, and I'm looking at these wind reports, Brian. It has been a mess.
Now, the thing about this map is that the lighter colored ones are reports of high wind gusts. The darker ones are reports of actual damage. So there is a bit of a difference there, and it makes the numbers look a little bit higher, but it just goes to show you that the strong winds, even without causing damage, that are being measured are in excess of 30, 40, and even in some cases 50 or 60 miles per hour. I believe somewhere along the Atlantic coast there was a measured wind, or Gulf Coast rather, early this morning, a gust of 94 miles per hour from some of the storms coming in. We haven't had any reports of damage as of yet. It is something that we are watching, but we've had some gusts in excess of 35 to 45 miles per hour. Tornadoes accompanying some of those stronger storms in the Florida Panhandle, portions of southwestern Georgia and southern Alabama during the overnight hours. And now the focus is beginning to shift a little bit farther to the east. A very large tornado watch box has popped up, including maritime Gulf areas near Florida, northern Florida up through coastal Georgia and much of South Carolina. That tornado watch does include locally Montgomery and Rowan counties until 6 p.m. today. The way the storm system is shaping up, though, this is going to move through much more quickly. There is a severe thunderstorm warning just in the Charlotte area. It includes Gaston as far as Iredell, Lincoln, and Mecklenburg counties. This storm has been racing. When this was first issued, they said the storm was moving to the northeast at 80 miles per hour. I think that's a little too quick. Most of the other severe thunderstorms in the area have been measured at moving between 40 and 50 miles per hour. That is still a pretty good clip. The primary risk is going to be damaging winds as this moves in, but it is in a relatively cooler, wetter, a little more stable environment. It's moving into more of an unstable environment, so we'll have to see how this plays out. This is for a tornado watch that's in place until 6 o'clock for those counties I mentioned a short time ago. We are seeing an elevated risk for severe weather across many of our southern areas, and you can see Fayetteville, Charlotte area. This all increases as it begins to move eastward through time, and we'll continue to see the probability of damaging winds and tornadoes continue to grow in these areas later today and into this evening. We are on the edge of a moderate tornado threat in areas that are along and south of I-85. We've been pretty stable with the rain so far, but it is starting to warm up and temperatures are starting to get close to 60 degrees just to our south and east. I think we'll see a bigger chance for damaging winds as this rolls through. You can see 50s to near 60 and those heavy thunderstorms that are beginning to approach from the west at this hour. You can see in the storm as a whole that we still have quite a bit of it left to go through. The rains will continue to pass through our area this afternoon into the evening, then sharply begin to drop off. I think winds remain gusty for a little while, especially across the Mountain West. Number of counties reporting some flooding, just too much rain too quickly. No well-defined reports as of yet, but I'm sure we'll start to see a few coming in this afternoon. Yadkinser, and as I said that, a few more just popped up, including Allegheny County, Grayson, Ashe, and Watauga counties under aerial flood advisories, just meaning that they've seen too much rain in excess of about 1 to 2, and even some rainfall totals that are approaching 3 inches right now. Hour by hour forecast. Again, you can see warmer temperatures. This may be a little bit overdone as far as temperatures go. The warmer it is, the more intense the storms can be, but numerous storms may fire up. I don't think we'll see too much action ahead of the main line, which will drive through during the afternoon, but there might be not only some strong wind gusts associated with that, but even an isolated tornado can't be ruled out. I don't think we've seen the strongest winds of the day, even with those big gusts in the mid-30s to mid-40 miles per hour across parts of the Triad. It clears out tonight. We're back in the 30s tomorrow morning. We're expecting high temperatures tomorrow to be cooler, noticeably cooler, with blustery winds and highs in the 40s. So I would recommend you to stay at home today, hunker down, because this afternoon we're going to have a few rough hours of weather as this comes in, and it's not like it's been beautiful so far today. Another round of rain arrives for Friday.